today I wanted to talk a little bit about my Zelda collection. I know when I did my game store video, I got comments about how I, care for my collection. So I thought I would just make a video about it. So, excuse me if I can't hold the camera straight. I had like 5 cups of coffee today, so my hands are a little bit shaky. So, I would like to start with how I got started into liking this franchise. I got my first Zelda game when I was about 10 years old, and that would be The Wind Waker. And when I first started, I actually really hated it. And so I turned it off and I just didn't play it again until I was 12. And then when I was 12, I thought, oh, I'll give it a chance. And then I just fell in love with it. So, yeah, it's funny that I didn't always enjoy the series. And then after I actually gave it more of a chance, I fell in love with it. So, that's for GameCube. That was kind of my first system that I had of my own. So that's kind of what I had a lot of my games for. So then after that, I started collecting the more classic games. And when I looked for games for my collection, I always looked to get the box. And a way of how I kind of take care of the boxes is I get these plastic covers. You can get them on Amazon. They're about $1 a piece, I think, but when you have a game that's worth so much money, it's worth it to get the covers. Another thing I do is I don't handle my boxes with my bare hands, because we all have a natural kind of like oils on our hands, and we don't want to have those deteriorate the boxes. So, another thing that I do is I keep them in a very dry spot. You don't want to keep your cardboard in places where there's a lot of moisture, like a basement. Like a really wet basement would probably be a bad idea, because excess moisture can kind of show a lot of wear and tear on such delicate pieces of cardboard. Another thing you can do is, one of the things that I have done in the past to save money is sometimes I'll purchase sometimes these boxes, I believe it was this one, where the game that came with the box was defective. So what I did was I just purchased, a separate cartridge, and I kind of assembled it myself. I purchased a manual and a cartridge and the box separate, and I just assembled them that way that they stayed kind of together, but they didn't come together, if that makes sense. But I always look for the boxes if I can. It's kind of an expensive investment, but you're not really losing your money because they're assets. If I ever had to get the money back, I could sell these and probably make more than what I paid for them. So, another thing that I did invest in, well, actually I got it as a birthday present, was the DS. And I like that because I travel, and whenever I take trips, I can just bring, my collection of games on there. Just makes it easier for me to play while I'm traveling. So, another thing I enjoy is these puzzles. I really enjoy puzzles, in general. So, I want to get, one of the things I want to do is get some glue and then I can hang them on my walls. I think that would be fun. And then I have this cartoon, which is really, really cheesy. Like really, really cheesy. But I don't know. I liked watching it anyway. It's really nothing like the games, and like Link talks and he's actually kind of a douchebag. But it's okay, like aside from everything, I thought it was not the worst thing I've ever spent my time on. So another fun thing I have in my collection is the music collection, and it has stuff from, it's got 2 discs, I don't know if you can even read that, but it's kind of like, I call it the soundtrack of my life. So it's got music from like all of the different games, and like I said, there's 2 different discs, so it's got a variety of songs. And I mean, let's face it, one of the best parts about Zelda's always been the music. At least for me anyway. I really, really enjoy the music of this franchise. It just takes me back. But, well, I have 2 here. I think this one is the non-working cartridge, and this one inside's the working cartridge. So, another thing I do, though, on a random note, for care is, like, I don't stack the games on top of each other like that. I keep them kind of single file. It just prevents, pressure from deteriorating the boxes. So, I hope you guys like my little collection. I might have more stuff somewhere else around my house, but this is what I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or requests, leave them in the comments below. Sorry for the shaky hands. And please subscribe and keep up with me. Bye guys.